In this video, we will explore the digestive system and how different organs are specialized to complete the process of digestion. Let's start at the top of the digestive system, where we can identify three major organs: the oral cavity, the pharynx, and the esophagus. The oral cavity is what we usually refer to as the mouth. This organ is responsible for the cutting, mashing, and grinding of food. Salivary glands within the oral cavity help in the secretion of saliva, a mixture of mucus for lubrication, buffers to prevent tooth decay, and the enzyme amylase that helps in breaking down starch and glycogen. The tongue also helps in getting ready for the ingested food. This organ forms a bolus, which is a ball of food that's easily swallowed into the pharynx. The pharynx is a connection between the mouth and the esophagus. It also connects to the trachea, which is a passage into the lungs. The esophagus serves as a connection between the stomach and the trachea. In this region, food is moved down the stomach by peristalsis, which are muscle contractions that ensure the bolus moves in a single direction. The sphincter regulates the passage of ingested food to the stomach. Next, we have one of the most important organs in the digestive system, the stomach. This organ serves two major roles: storage and food processing. To aid in food breakdown, the stomach releases gastric juice, which creates the chyme when mixed with food by churning action. The chyme moves by peristalsis while continuing to receive gastric juices. The production of gastric juice involves the secretion of hydrochloric acid by parietal cells and of pepsinogen by chief cells. Pepsinogen is then activated to pepsin by hydrochloric acid. Gastric juice is extremely acidic, with a pH of about 2. So the action of hydrochloric acid and pepsin breaks down proteins in food into smaller polypeptides. Another type of cells in the gastric gland are mucus cells. These cells release mucus to lubricate and protect the lining of the stomach. Recall that the acidity of gastric juice is very high. Thus, the lubrication by mucus cells as well as constant cell division in the lumen of the stomach prevents self-digestion. Digestion occurs inside gastric glands. The muscular activity of the stomach, both by peristalsis and churning, allow all food to be in contact with gastric juices. Once gastric juices complete food digestion and all of food is converted into chyme, one sphincter located at the end of the stomach will control the passage of chyme, allowing only one squirt at a time. The top sphincter, located between the stomach and the esophagus, may allow upward movement of chyme when the esophagus is irritated. This is what we know as heartburn, a process of acid reflux. Next, we have the small intestine. This is the major site of digestion, where macromolecules are hydrolyzed. In humans, the small intestine can be more than 6 meters long and is divided into three sections: the duodenum, the jejunum, and ileum. The duodenum corresponds to the first 25 centimeters of the intestine, and this is where digestive juices from other digestive glands get in contact with the chyme. Secretions by these glands are controlled by hormones. For example, the hormone secreting will stimulate the pancreas to secrete bicarbonate in order to neutralize the acidity of the chyme. Other proteases like trypsin and chymotrypsin are also released by the pancreas in order to complete digestion. The digestion of fats is rather challenging, given they are insoluble in water. Therefore, fat digestion is facilitated by bile salts, which break fats and lipid globules. Bile salts are found in the bile, a secretion of the liver. The bile is stored in the gallbladder. Absorption of nutrients happens at the jejunum and ileum by action of folds, villi and microvilli. These structures create a large surface area that increases the rate of nutrient absorption into epithelial cells. Nutrients will then move to the blood or to the lymph. Nutrient-rich blood will travel to the hepatic portal vein into the liver, so that this organ can regulate the distribution of nutrients and remove toxic substances before they circulate to the rest of the body. Finally, we have the large intestine, composed of the colon, cecum, and rectum. The colon completes water recovery that could not be done in the small intestine. The colon also functions by peristalsis, moving feces towards the rectum while continuing to absorb water. When the colon is irritated, water absorption can either stop, causing diarrhea, or can increase, causing feces to travel slower and causing constipation. The cecum is important for fermenting ingested material, especially for animals with a heavy plant diet. Humans have a small cecum, and one extension called the appendix, which serves as a reservoir for symbiotic microorganisms. Finally, the rectum serves as a storage of feces until they can be eliminated. The rectum has two sphincters, one involuntary and one voluntary. Contractions in the colon will create an urge to defecate, eventually activating these sphincters. I hope you found this video really helpful. The concepts and information presented in this video will be true no matter what biology class you are taking. However, the concepts presented in this video are referencing material currently covered in Baylor University's coursework. Images and diagrams are from Campbell's Biology 11th edition unless otherwise stated. Remember, if you are a currently enrolled Baylor student, we offer free tutoring services in our tutoring center, which is located on the first floor of the Sid Richardson building. You will find all of the details you need to know about these services in our website, which is www.baylor.edu/tutoring. You can schedule a free 30-minute one-on-one tutoring session online or just drop in during any of our business hours. For more information about our current services, please visit our website. Thank you.